Hello. If you were in the gifted program, GATE, SEEDS, or MGM, by any other name, between the 1960s and the early 2000s, listen up. This information might be for you. This is going to be part 3 on my series about Twilight learning. And in this video, I want to talk about why there was no record and why that doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen. So if Twilight learning was real, if gifted kids were used for brainwave entrainment or subconscious programming, why is there no public record of it? Here's the uncomfortable truth with that. There doesn't need to be. People ask, wouldn't there be documents, academic studies, curriculum notes? But the kind of experimentation we're talking about didn't happen through normal educational channels. It didn't have to leave a paper trail or in your school file, and it didn't have to be called Twilight learning at all. Instead, it could have been called speech therapy, auditory processing support, enrichment pullout, or simply a test. Let's talk about how this happens. In the 70s and onward, agencies like DARPA, the 3-letter agencies, the DoD, regularly funded research through universities. That research was then tested in controlled civilian settings, schools, hospitals, private therapy offices. The money might have shown up as a university grant, experimental education program, special needs support fund, but behind the scenes it could be routed through defense-adjacent think tanks or classified research programs. So the school nurse who pulled you out for hearing tests may have never known the true purpose. Even the teacher may not have been aware. The tech could have arrived in a briefcase with headphones, along with a quiet directive, don't ask questions, just observe. Gifted programs were the perfect testing ground for this. Already separated from the general population, no standard curriculum oversight, highly impressionable minds, parents who trusted that their child was in advanced programming, and most importantly, kids in these programs were expected to be different. So if you suddenly started speaking another language in your sleep, having vivid dreams, feeling dissociated or altered after a test, no one would question it. We were just one of the weird gifted kids. There may never be an official record, maybe because it was never meant to be official. But if you remember the headphones, the tones, the strange sessions, and the way they made you feel, you remember enough. Follow for part 4, the ideal neurological profile, and why some kids were flagged for more than just their IQ. Like, share, and follow to get this out there to others who may need to hear it. Thank you for coming on this journey with me.